Hey folks, Chris once again, welcome back to another video. This is another request, this time from Davey Vids, and he wanted me to react to top 10 dark and disturbing Netflix shows. Let's check it out, yay.
Whole new age of internet television.
Maybe not
less
yay.
concerned with being family friendly. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today, 10 darkest Netflix shows. Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're looking at the darkest, most challenging Netflix original series to appear on the streaming service so far.
Wait, what was that? Okay, never mind.
Please note, we'll be including network shows that Netflix revived or purchased. Number 10, Stranger Things. Our hero...
Oh yeah, that show got really dark, especially in the fourth season. The fourth season really ups the ante of messed up and brutal images.
might be kids, but the supernatural forces that they face in the quest to save their friend Will Byers are scary enough to make adult viewers jump.
It's a good show though. It's a really good show.
To leave right now. Though this nostalgic series has a healthy dose of comedy and plenty of heartwarming moments, Will must survive in the Upside Down, and later under the influence of the Shadow Monster, which definitely took us to some dark places.
It did, and then Demogorgons are creepy as
The trauma that
fuck.
breakout star Millie Bobby Brown's 11 has to go through is similarly tough to watch. An ode to the 80s and a love letter to horror films of bygone years, Stranger Things strikes a perfect balance, limiting the darkness just enough to avoid scaring anyone off.
Great show. The fourth season was
Number 9,
great.
The Punisher. With their very first combined effort, Daredevil, Marvel, and Netflix made it clear that these small screen heroes would be far darker and grittier than the Avengers and company.
Yeah. I never seen Daredevil. I need to watch it.
I've always liked the fresh air. Each new series has pushed the boundaries in its own way, but not even the Punisher's arc in Daredevil Season 2 could have prepared us for the grim and brutal nature of this series. John Bernthal's Frank Castle is a deeply damaged man, and the show cuts deep into his character, twisting the knife into his traumatic past to make him more than a mindless killing machine. The recurring nightmarish visions he has of his wife's death are particularly difficult to watch.
The Punisher. I meant Punisher, not Daredevil, but I've heard of it though.
Number 8, Evil Genius, the true story of America's most diabolical bank heist.
Never heard of it, so whatever.
Netflix produces a wide variety of original content. One of the most notable genres they've embraced is the true crime documentary series, elevating the often cheesy, typically low-budget formula to new heights of popularity and production quality.
Why or how could an individual who knew they had a live device around their neck be so calm?
Evil Genius isn't the only one you'll be seeing on our list today. Subscribers are clearly fascinated by dark stories of deviant minds, and with Evil Genius, Netflix invites us to relive one of the
Got some Takis. Red Bull, so if you guys see me eating something, it's these.
strangest, most shocking crimes in American history, The Pizza Bomber. A grim and thoroughly disturbing story with numerous twists, turns, and layers to it, this 4-part series is as fascinating as it is horrifying.
Yeah.
Number 7, The Keepers.
Never
Another
seen it.
documentary series shining a light on an unfortunately true crime. The Keepers revisits the unsolved 1969 murder of a nun by the name of Sister Kathy Sesnick, a teacher at the Archbishop Hill High School in Baltimore. As the layers are peeled back and the tough questions are asked, a horrifying tale begins to take shape, involving alleged sexual abuse of children by a priest, a potential cover-up, and a whole lot of trauma for the people who attended the school as kids.
I couldn't understand how anybody who was religious could do those things.
The series might not deliver any definitive answers, but it's a fascinating and important, albeit deeply upsetting, journey.
Damn.
Number 6, The Killing. We love that Netflix saved this series.
You guys are gonna kill me for saying this. I never seen The Killing either.
We just wish they could have kept it going even longer. Based on a Danish series called The Crime, The Killing follows Mireille Inouye and Joel Kinnaman's Stephen Holder, 2 homicide detectives trying to solve the murder of a young woman in Seattle.
This looks interesting.
Tackling the story from various perspectives, including those of the family and the suspects, this series will hook you and then drive you mad as you attempt to piece together the mystery. What makes this show a tough one is the way in which it explores the fallout of such a tragedy and the psychological ramifications of this horrific crime on all parties involved.
We should wait for the Larsons.
Well, your timing sucks.
Number 5, 13 Reasons Why. Exactly.
Oh, I knew that'd be on here. I actually really like this show. The first 2 seasons I liked when it went really over the top, and like season 3 or 4. Yeah, the first 2 should have been just 2 seasons. We didn't need 4. We only needed 2. But yeah, I'm not a die-hard hardcore fan of this show, but I do like it. But yeah, that's all I have to say.
Executive produced by pop star Selena Gomez and adapted from a novel by...
I do own the 2 series on DVD. I can't find 3 or 4 on DVD, so I just watched them on Netflix.
The same name, written by Jay Asher. 13 Reasons Why is a teen drama centered on the suicide of high school student Hannah Baker and her recorded explanations of everything leading up to the moment she took
Very
her
dark
life.
show. Very
If you're
dark.
listening to this tape, you're one of the reasons why.
This show doesn't sugarcoat anything.
Yeah.
In fact, it's been criticized for being exploitative in its treatment of the topic, even glamorizing suicide.
She left a
Very messed up show.
job for me. Secrets to keep.
Others, of course, have praised it for its frank handling of the subject matter. Whichever side of the argument you land on, there is no denying that this show is seriously dark.
It is. It
Number
really
4,
is.
Making a Murderer. Our third and final true crime documentary series on this list, Making a Murderer is arguably one of the most talked about series Netflix has ever produced.
Sometimes it just makes me sick. Just hearing about it and what they all.
When it comes to real life murders like this, I have no desire to watch shit like that. That is too dark, and that's saying a lot from a guy who loves horror movies.
Across its 10 episodes, the filmmakers attempt to unpack the case and evidence against Wisconsin man Stephen Avery, who just a few years after being released from prison after serving 18 years for a crime he did not commit, was once again accused of murder.
Let's draw another picture over here of him stabbing her.
The details of the murder are deeply unsettling, but so too is the way in which Avery's nephew, Brendan Dassey, is manipulated by police into a confession. The series isn't flawless or unbiased in its approach, but it's a darkly compelling viewing experience. Number 3, Dark. Take Stranger Things, add a more stoic German tone to it, throw in some high-concept time travel, crank up the overwhelming sense of discomfort and dread to 11, and you get this unforgettable Netflix...
11, really? That's... You said 11. I see what you did there, Watch. You said 11. And Stranger Things, if you've seen season 4, what happened to Chrissy? Yeah, you can't get any more fucked up than that.
Netflix original series, a German-language production with English subtitles and overdubbed
Oh my
audio.
God.
Dark kicks off with the disappearance of a local teen, but as the show progresses, it becomes much more than a supernatural missing persons case. As the story of the town and the relationships between the various families are revealed, Dark earns its title. Number 2, Mindhunter. Have you ever tried to put yourself into the mind or perspective of a killer? It's a terrifying experience, and not one that we'd recommend.
It's not easy butchering people's hard work. Physically and mentally, I don't think people realize you need to vent.
In Mindhunter, however, you'll get up close and personal with some of the most infamous, twisted real-life serial killers in American history. Yes, they're played by actors, but the performances will shake you to your very core.
Are you sure when you slashed your wrists?
Damn.
I feel bad about those girls.
I told you I didn't do that.
And upsetting though it might be, the show's excellent execution will grab hold of you and refuse to let go. Mindhunter follows FBI agent Holden Ford in the early days of behavioral science, and as our troubled hero comes to better understand these killers, he gets pulled into some very dark places. Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
Para que quede muy claro, vamos a llamar nuestro grupo
Narcos. Never heard of it.
Muerte a Secuestradores.
Never seen no way.
I can't move. And then I feel the cold metal of a blade pressed against my throat.
Be honest, I'm surprised 13 Reasons Why isn't number one, be honest with y'all.
Let me just say goodbye to my kids. They're asleep, but I'll just
It's alright, I've never seen it.
leave a message, confused and worried about me.
Number 1, Black Mirror. This sci-fi anthology series originated.
I had a feeling this would be number one. I've seen the first 2 episodes, never got into it, so I don't care.
Originally airing on Channel 4 before being acquired by Netflix, is a cultural phenomenon, and quite frankly, one of the most relevant and insightful contemporary shows. Each episode is a self-contained story dealing with technology, culture, and human relationships.
The transfer went beautifully.
Though not every story is explicitly disturbing, they more often than not deal with controversial or challenging subject matter that's likely to leave you with an overwhelming sense of existential dread. In the first episode alone, kidnapping, mutilation, and bestiality are employed to make a point about popular media. Black Mirror is unlikely to leave you feeling very positive, but it never fails to make you think. Do you agree with our picks? Check.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I agree with your picks, Watch Mojo, but I have seen 13 Reasons Why, Stranger Things, and that other show, the Black Mirror. Couldn't get into that show. 13 Reasons Why after season 2, stopped watching it. Stranger Things, I still love that show, even though it's only the 4th season. It's a good show. It's probably my favorite show on Netflix in terms of horror, but we'll see what happens in season 5. So yeah. So with that said, what's your favorite horror TV show on Netflix, or TV show on Netflix in general? Let me know in the comments. And thanks for watching. Take care, and see you guys later. Bye bye.